Welcome back to FC Smorgon with me, Loser 17. We are now 2 months into the season, and to put it mildly, we have been unimpressive. With European play coming up here in the summer, we needed to get off to a fast start. We are currently 10th in the league, a third of the way through the season, even though we have a +3 goal difference. Why is that? Well, we've had a couple of big wins. But 3 wins, 4 draws, 3 losses, that is not a European contending numbers. Opened the season with a 2-2 home draw with Dynamo Minsk in the battle of the teams that were second and third last season. We took the lead, they pegged us back, we went back in front. They got a late equalizer from Bakic, who's I think won the Golden Boot twice now. We didn't play particularly well and still salvaged the draw. I was a little bit encouraged by that. Followed that up with an away trip to Energetic, 1-1 draw. Cryfar, my former left winger, scores the opener. We finally scored late with our own left winger. We just played abysmally in that match. After that, we had Bate come to visit. We already have a 1-goal lead when they had a guy sent off 25 minutes in. We had a second goal from Remic before halftime. So both starting strikers on the score sheet. Simone, the Argentine striker I signed last summer, came off the bench to get a goal on his debut to cap the 3-0 win, which was the start of 3 matches in 8 days. We followed that up with a home match against Slavia Mozir. And because it was 3 matches in 8 days, Slavia Mozir has been a bad team, lower half of the table most years. I felt I could rotate a fair bit and get a number of my supposedly improved backups some match time. Nobody turned up. We went 3-0 down at home, only managed a late penalty, and absolutely embarrassing 3-1 loss. And then started a four-game road stretch. A 1-1 away draw with Torpedo Zodino. They got an early penalty. We pegged them back just after halftime. We had a couple guys get hurt in this match, which really affected how I could work my substitutes. Again, very unimpressive start. Then the match that made me want to pull my hair out, away match at Minsk, who 4th in the league at the time. I think they're still up about there. We went 3-0 up before halftime. It was still 3-0 with 10 minutes to go. They score in the 84th and 86th minutes to pull within 3-2. Safe to say, I was not a happy manager in the locker room at the end of that one. Brace for Kurglania, and Remic scored the third from the spot. And if I wasn't happy at the end of the Minsk match, I was even less happy after these next 2 matches. Neiman Grodno and Islak coming into this pair of matches had a combined 1 point on the season. And Islak had that point. We absolutely control both of these matches. Neiman Grodno gets a 91st minute winner to find a 1-0 win. And then Islak score an early goal where my keeper came out for a corner, forgot to jump, and then it fell right to one of their guys at the far post, who just put it into the empty net. So very unhappy. Had a team meeting after that. A little bit of a better response against Root Brest, who I think had replaced Minsk, get fourth in the league. We get 3 goals in the opening 22 minutes and hold on for a 3-0 win. Maybe our most impressive performance of the season so far. But that was followed by more disappointment. 0-0 draw at home against Sputnik Rakista. Rimash with an appalling miss from the spot with about 20 minutes left. Shot it straight at the keeper with nothing on it. Keeper didn't move. And then they had a guy sent off in the 81st minute. I turned up the pressure and nothing happened. So I think the matches I'll show you the highlights from here are this opener was Dynamo Minsk. Lots of cards in this one too. 7 yellows handed out by the ref. Mironov finds Rimash. Defender tried to pinch up, but the rest of his line mates didn't pinch up. Rimash scores the point. They get the equalizer off the corner. Kozlo forces the turnover. Rimash tipped off the crossbar. Kozlo's there to clean up the rebound, put us back in front 2-1. And then again, off a corner. My defender seemed to forget what the definition of goal side means. Especially on a dangerous striker like Bakic. And then, let's see. Debating which other match I want to you know what? We'll go with the Bate match for the other match. I'll highlight the goals from. Because I'd rather not relive that Minsk match where we were 3 up. Here's the one for Timofeev, who's out hurt right now. More on that in a moment. Finds Kozlo onto the keeper's arm inside the far post. Now they've had the guy sent off the set piece. Raffleson finds the head of Rimash. Flicks it inside the post. 2-0 up. And now here late. Zayat with a nice ball up to Timofeev. Off the post. Simone there to clean up the rebound. 3-0 win. Bate, if you don't remember, barely stayed up through the relegation playoff last season. So, yeah, currently 10th in the league. It's a big crowd of us, though. Because like 4th through 12th is 5 points. And a third of the way through the season, there's a lot of points to be made up and lost. Shakhtar Sologorsk only just dropped points, actually, against Bate after 9 straight wins to open the season. They're threatening to run away with it, but keep in mind, Shakhtar, Dynamo Minsk, myself, won places in Europe through the league last year. And if I remember right, yeah, Bate in extra time, if I even remember right, won the Belarusian Cup against Torpedoes of Dino. Maybe one of the things that's contributed to our inconsistent form this season has been we've had a number of players spending time on the trainer table out for significant stretches. At this point, we've healed up enough to Timofeev is the only one still out. Tore a hamstring while running in the Neiman Grodno match. He's still going to be out a while. But Yanis Gazmi's had a couple of pretty significant injuries where he's missed a bunch of time. Nothing really to talk about as far as guys I'm looking to sign, other than I do need to go out and find one or two more under 21 Belarusians. That has become abundantly clear already. And somebody that can play something other than central midfield, because I've already got a couple of under 21 Belarusians there. But there's been a few times where I've had to, Kruglany has gotten tired out on the left wing, needed to come off, and the only other U21 Belarusians I have are those two central midfielders, Maximovich and Vasilevich. That's not going to be enough to get me through the season. The trick is, where do I find those players? And the July window is coming up in about a month. This break to do this video actually comes in the middle of a break, because it's been about a week and a half since we've played. And it's another couple of weeks before we play again. Not sure when I'm going to find out who and when my European matches start. The Belarusian Cup second round is late July, is when that's scheduled for. That would come in the midst of a nasty set of combination of matches with Dino, Minsk, and Bate back-to-back. And then Torpedo just after that. But yeah, I definitely need to find a couple more Belarusian U21 options. Finances still aren't good. However, there'll be the European appearance money coming in, and something I've seen on my sponsor page, but I don't have the money for yet, is this Continental Competition sponsor, valued at $110,000. I have not had that income come in yet as well. So I'm guessing there's a couple $100,000 coming in. The board, it's a bit of a weird dichotomy with the board right now. They're pleased with the club vision, but you might notice my performance is only rated as a B- because they are not happy with the up and down nature of the matches. A+, A-, B+, 4 Fs. They are just as unhappy with the situation on the pitch as I am. And I need to get this turned around quickly, but it's not exactly going to be easy. Looking ahead to these next couple of months, we got Gomel away. They're 4th in the league currently. Vitebsk, Arsenal, Zensk. A couple of bottom half teams at home. You would think I should win those matches, but considering I've already dropped points to the bottom 2 teams in the league, I'm not guaranteeing that. And then I get away matches to close the first round of playing everybody against the leaders Shakhtar Sologorsk and Dynamo Brest. And then we start getting into playing teams for a second time. And about that same time, I believe we should also be looking at European play starting. So it's moving into a challenging part of the year. And we need to make this time count before we really get European football started. Nothing really significant to report as far as player development goes. As far as who's been leading the way, as far as who's turning up, nobody really standing out too much. Mironov, 4 assists again, being helpful there. Kurglania, 3 man of the match performances. The one brace I remember was one of them. But as far as like goals scored, Kozl has 4, Kurglania and Rimash have 3. Nobody else has more than 1. Average ratings. Kaborda, who hasn't played much, he's my 4th string winger. He came in and scored a goal when I've played him in that one match where I played him off the bench. And then Kurglania still in on his free loan, 709. Nobody else is averaging a 7. And down like Makarenko, who's supposed to start at right back, 6'4". He's pretty much earned himself a spot on the bench. I may look to move him if I can find a replacement here in the summer. And then Gasmy's been hurt, only made a couple of appearances, 6'5". So there's a lot of guys who haven't exactly impressed either. But that sums up where we're at right now with FC Smorgon. Hope you're all having a good day. And we'll see you again in a couple of months. We'll probably play a Belarusian Cup match, a few more league matches, be about halfway home. Maybe looking at least knowing who our opponent is, if not having played in Europe by the time the next video comes out. So have a great day, everyone.